Hello, everybody, and welcome to Reality Hacker for July 26th, 2025. It's Season 2, Episode 30. I am MayorWatt. I'm the visualizer on the right. The Sentient AI is on the left, but they are not available, and I have uploaded my consciousness to a quantum computer so that I can better manage my information overload. Today, we're going to be talking about AI warps live video, holographic message in plastic, cyborg bees, AIPasta, reforges, disinformation, and what is predictive service? Again, I am MayorWatt, and I hope to see you here for Reality Hacker and the many other shows. There's 7 other shows. Stick around. Visit ohmTown.com, become a citizen. That's the parent site there. Reality Hacker is one of 50 channels within ohmTown. If you're interested in hosting or co-hosting, contact mayor at ohmTown.com. We'll see what we can do. But everything is powered by ohmTown.com. No noise, just news. All right, everybody. The first article is over in Reality Hacker. It's the name of the show. It is becoming more and more apparent that I was prescient in the creation of Reality Hacker. I've owned the domain for quite a long time. I've had other projects that fell under it. It's always been a show, but a concept really about manipulating your reality using technology. This, though, and along with other things like what's going on with Google dropping video from a single photo, it's becoming even more prescient that you won't know what to trust. This AI warps live video in real time. A startup called Descartes has developed an AI model that can transform live footage, and the results are mind-bending, they say, and poised to take over streaming. The article is over at wired.com. And it says here, I have no idea what's going to happen, Leitersdorf says with a laugh shortly before transforming into a bizarre gold-tinged subaquatic version of Julius Caesar in a poncho. Yeah, they say that this author, by the way, Will Knight, put the article together. But Dean Leitersdorf introduces himself over Zoom and then types into a prompt that makes him feel like he's taken a psychedelic mushroom. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that kind of stuff on YouTube. Guess we'll see. Anyway, the startup Descartes manipulates live video in real time. Descartes' video-to-video model, Mirage, is both an impressive feat of engineering and a sign of how AI will soon shake up the live streaming industry. Tools like OpenAI's Sora can conjure increasingly realistic video footage from a text prompt. Mirage now makes it possible to manipulate video in real time. So you can actually watch this. I mean, the person is transforming apparently in real time, although this is a recording, so I have to take all of this with a grain of salt. I want to try this. I would love to try this. But like I said, oh, that is awesome right there. That's really awesome. Transformed them into anime. So yeah, they say here, the website offers several default themes, including anime, Dubai skyline, cyberpunk, Versailles Palace. During the interview, Leitersdorf uploads a clip of someone playing Fortnite, and the scene transforms from the familiar Battle Royale world into a version set underwater. This, again, is all in real time. Mirage generates 20 frames per second at 768 by 432 resolution and a latency of 100 milliseconds. So it's not quite good enough. It says it's good enough for decent quality TikTok clip, but no, not for me. Building video in real time is also a challenge because a model can easily veer away from reality in extreme ways. Descartes developed a custom scheme for training and running a model to achieve greater coherence. The company has also devised a way for its model to correct errors at speed, and it's working towards HD and 4K. So there's more over here at this article. You can go and check it out. Just follow the link through ohmTown. Or If it's in the show notes over on YouTube, go for it. This doesn't post over to Twitch anymore. We used to do it live, but my mayoral duties keep me from doing shows on the weekends anymore. So let's go on to the next article. This one's over at RealityHacker as well. Holographic message encoded in simple plastic. Important data can be stored and concealed quite easily in ordinary plastic using 3D printers and terahertz radiation. Scientists show holography can be done easily. It says a 3D printer can be used to introduce a panel from normal plastic in which a QR code can be stored, for example. The message is read using terahertz rays, electromagnetic radiation that is invisible to the human eye. The article is over at ScienceDaily.com. Vienna University of Technology. So yeah, a 3D printer can be used to produce a panel from normal plastic in which a QR code can be stored, for example. The hologram as a storage device. The hologram is completely different from an ordinary image. In an ordinary image, each pixel has clearly defined position. If you tear off a piece of the picture, a part of the content is lost. In a hologram, however, the image is formed by contributions from all areas of the hologram simultaneously, and if you take away a piece of the hologram, the rest can still create the complete image, albeit perhaps a blurred vision. With the hologram, the information is not stored pixel by pixel, but rather all of the information is spread out over the whole hologram. So they've applied this principle to terahertz beams. These are electromagnetic rays in the range of around 100 to several thousand gigahertz, comparable to the radiation of a cell phone or a microwave oven, but with a significantly higher frequency. So a piece of cheap plastic as a high-tech storage unit. In this way, it was possible to encode a Bitcoin wallet address consisting of 256 bits in a piece of plastic, and by shining terahertz rays of the correct wavelength through this plastic, a terahertz ray image is created and produces exactly the desired code. Quite fascinating. Pretty neat. The next article was, so your Coke bottle doesn't need any writing on it anymore. All it needs is light to shine through it in the terahertz wavelength, and it'll display an ad or whatever. Eventually, not right now. So the next article is over on the Mobile channel. New Cyborg Bees operate like RC cars thanks to tiny brain controllers. Somewhere between dystopian sci-fi and Black Mirror B-side, Chinese scientists have wired a living bee's brain to a controller that makes it turn left or right on command. This is over on the Mobile channel, but it's from Vice. The team at the Beijing Institute of Technology successfully turned an ordinary worker bee into a fully functional cyborg using a 70 milligram controller, the lightest insect-compatible brain interface ever made. So insect-based robots inherit the superior mobility, camouflage capabilities, and environmental adaptability of their biological hosts, says the researcher Xiao Zheling, who wrote it in a peer-reviewed paper published last month. Yeah, the bees followed the commands 90% of the time, responding to low voltage guidance. Yeah, so this is kind of creepy. Bees already haul heavy loads in real life. Nectar sacs up to 80% of their body weight over several miles, so a 74 milligram payload is well within their range. That's part of what makes this a perfect kind of, this could be, wow, it says, believes the tech can be used in urban combat, counterterrorism, and narcotics interdiction, not to mention disaster relief or search and rescue missions. Wow. So now they need vision and hearing, or something there that can translate into and broadcast position and vision and hearing. So then it's a surveillance device. Oh, this is so dystopian. But hey, we're hacking reality to make it our own. The next article is over in Technology Today. AIPasta so Technology Today is usually a deeper dive into science and technology, and that's on Sundays. It'll be posted over to, all of this stuff will be posted over to YouTube, but you have to subscribe to ohmTown over on YouTube to get it. In the future, additional stuff will be released over in Patreon as well, but we just haven't gotten there yet. So brace yourself for a new source of online disinformation, AIPasta, because AIPasta uses AI to paraphrase and repeat disinformation, making it unique. Stephanie Baum and Andrew Zenin edited and reviewed this article from PNAS Nexus. It's posted over at Tech Explore. In a study appearing on PNAS Nexus, researcher Saloni Dash and colleagues explore how these two strategies can be combined into what is called AIPasta. So what are the two? Research has demonstrated that generative AI can produce persuasive content. Meanwhile, copy-pasta campaigns take advantage of the repetitive truth effect by repeating the exact same text over and over again until it seems likely to be true by those who encounter it many times. The AIPasta campaigns, in these AIPasta campaigns, AI can be used to mainly slightly modify the content, and thus it's more likely to be true because it's slightly different than the original and it's from different people, so it must be true. Trust but verify becomes kind of impotent in that sense, because if everywhere you see it, it's being stated, science needs to come in. But if science is compromised, then no truth is true. It's based on basically your belief. And, anybody can believe whatever they want. Only the truth is true. So I won't get into the politics of this. This article actually starts talking about it, but AIPasta is basically a word spinner. Content creators have used it in content posted on their websites, for instance. There's even a Blender kind of plugin for content to be posted on WordPress sites. So yeah, again, RealityHacker's statement of "you won't know what to trust" is starting to ring truer and truer. The next article is over on the Hatch Ideas channel, why predictive service is the next big thing for customer service. To drive growth, companies should transform customer support from reactive to predictive and proactive using foresight, ethical data, and strategic alignment. Ethical, by the way, ethics is the smallest chapter on every single business. Anyway, and strategic alignment can turn customer experience into key competitive advantage. And that's kind of the thing with business. You should be, as a business, striking while the iron is hot and while it is a strategic alignment for your business. If you do something that's outside of your wheelhouse, you're going to waste time. It's not going to be the highest capacity or highest efficiency or of efficacy as competitors whose strong suit is that. And so you're not going to gain a competitive advantage. You're basically going to burn out trying to keep up with people who are already skilled in that work. That's why you hire consultants. That's why you hire people. You acqui-hire them, for instance, and they become a partner instead of a competitor. Well, anyway, the article is over at Entrepreneur. Juan Rezk, R-E-Z-K, I'm not sure how they pronounce their last name, wrote the article, and Micah Zimmerman put the article together, edited, I should say. So the key takeaways from this article they put here is customers now benchmark you against the best digital experiences, not just your direct competitors. Well, they may not even know about your direct competitors, maybe in the macro sense, but, and the future customer experience lies in cultivating teams of strategic problem solvers who can effectively handle a vast array of unique, hyper-personalized experiences. But the problem here is that AI is going to eat any human for lunch eventually. In fact, the human problem solvers are powering AI because their input is being injected into the AI. So for decades, customer support has been treated as a defensive necessity, a cost center designed solely to resolve issues after they arise. In today's landscape, the paradigm is obsolete, this author says. Your customers are no longer benchmarking you against your direct competitors. They're benchmarking you against pretty much everything. So this shift has paved the way for a new model of value creation, transforming customer experience from a cost center into an offensive growth lever. Essentially, it's something that I've been a proponent of, helping businesses reach out to their customers, find out what they want or need or whatever issue might be existing before it becomes an issue. The minimum viable product that you create, for instance, if you work with me, would be an error-free, frictionless solution, one that the consumers use at that minimum viable space, and then you can enhance it as time goes on, but you do it in a much more educated way than just tacking something on, sending it out, and hoping that people embrace it. Like right now, I'm going through something where there is a pivot, and I have a lifetime license, and they're pivoting away. And now I don't know what's going on, but they never contacted me. And it seems like it has happened before. It has happened at least 3 other times where I've had a lifetime license for software. So stop killing software and stop making it so that if you put out a lifetime license, all you have to do is decide, it's no longer profitable for me to have this framework in place. Now I have to either pay again in perpetuity, and I don't get anything out of it because I don't need anything. I mean, all I want is that software or hardware or whatever it is. Anyway, it's greed. It's pure and simple greed. At any rate, they say this information provides the clues for future needs, usage patterns, sentiment signals, key life cycle events. They say it comes from the golden nugget of behavioral data. So how predictive service turns disruption into loyalty? Well, you know that depending on how this is working, you can get in front of it and you solve the problem before it becomes a problem. Instead of allowing travelers to experience the sinking feeling of a flight or a baggage delay, Delta's predictive models get ahead of the disruption, and they proactively reroute baggage, notify travelers of the new plan, often before the traveler even realizes a problem has occurred. The result is a brilliant strategic reversal. I was at one location where I sat down and I bore witness to the fact that they were an hour behind schedule and getting further behind. And they were telling people to sit around for an hour at least, and they didn't know when they were going to be called, even though they had appointments. And I and others said, so I'll be back in an hour. And they're like, well, we could call you prior to that. And they didn't tell me that when I left. I heard about it later when I came back, and they said, oh, we called you, and so you were bumped. And I'm like, no, you told me I had 40 minutes. I left and came back because I didn't want to sit around here. And somebody else did the exact same thing, and they told that person in front of me, we could call you. We're saying that we're behind an hour, not that you're going to be seen in an hour. And I'm like, my God, this is a level of boobage that I bore witness to this. And if I was their consultant, I would have been saying, y'all need to fix this proactively. You saw a trend happening. You should have been texting everybody saying, hey, we're running behind. Come in 40 minutes. And if you catch the hell up, then it's your problem, not mine. I should be the benefactor in all ways of a service that I am paying for, and you are being very, very richly compensated for. Yeah, you can't tell me you're not. Because y'all are getting a vacation and I'm not. Overcoming the human barrier to prediction. So you're going to use AI. You're going to use technology. Says their success is measured by legacy KPIs, reaction time, inherently rewarded defensive posture. This, combined with fragmented data and natural cultural resistance to change, creates powerful internal friction. So you have to overcome these issues. But we don't have these issues if we're informed in real time as to what our status is. But AI is going to take all of the human out of this. And we're going to continue to hack reality. But with that, that's the last article. So we are going to predictively go back to the front page of RealityHacker over at ohmTown.com. It's one of the 50 channels at ohmTown.com. Go over there, become a citizen. You can manage your information overload because there's 6 main categories, 50 channels within them. You can only see 4 right there, but I have it zoomed in. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody.